Welcome to more Lord of the Rings Online. In the last episode, we accompanied Prince Theodred and some of his generals, including Grimbold, into an excursion into Isengard to try and preemptively strike against Saruman to keep his armies within the ring of Isengard and away from the offensive. Things started out pretty well, but the tides turned. Saruman was able to push back our forces. Not only that, but he sent a second force to the fort of Isen, and Kada and his riders had to retreat. Prince Theodred appears trapped within the fort. Let's see what happens next. He studied the maps placed on the table and considered Theodred's plan. When the sun sets on the 25th of February, Theodred expects to return to the fort with newfound confidence in his defenses. Perhaps it will be so.
Our prince was trapped in the middle of the river Isen. We had to fight through the line of Uruks to reach him.
Death to the forces of Saruman. Death to them all. Quickly, Kippen. We must get to the water's edge and see what has happened to the prince. Kippen, fight only those who get in your way. We must get to the water. Rohirrim, fight on. Fight on. We must save the prince. Do not give up. You think you can keep me from my prince? You are a fool to try. There's no time, Kippen. Prince Theodred is beset on all sides. We have to cross the river and break through the ring that surrounds him. Look, Theodred is hard-pressed on all sides, but still he fights. Oh no, the prince has fallen. Someone fights on, keeping the Uruks at bay. It is Kinstan, the prince's esquire. Get back, you will not touch him. Kinstan, no. But I... Well, there is a face I have seen before. It is Morflock. We worked for him in Isengard. If you remember the Morflock Mafia. Kippen, I thought we would not meet again. The old man was not pleased to lose you as his guest, and he was very cross with Morflock. But in his wisdom, he sent me forth to gain his forgiveness, and with a simple mission. All I needed to do was kill the horse prince. I have done this, and more beside. And now I will settle my score with you. Enough. Gather to me, boys. Finish this maggot once and for all. Prince Theodred, be strong. So Theodred is wounded. Kinstan is dead. There's some other Rohirrims that are dead here. Morflock's attention is drawn to the eastern bank of the ford, but before he can take advantage of his inattention, you yourself are rooted to the spot with wonder. A line of riders has come from Rohan, and the courage of the Uruks melts away as the Rohirrim prepare to charge.
And yet, as the sun set and our hopes with it, the sound of a horn signaled the arrival of a new force on the far side of the river. Elfhelm riding hard from Helm's Deep, with many riders at his call. The Uruks retreated before him, and the day was saved, but much was lost that could not be regained.
So unfortunately, sounds like things didn't go as well as we had intended. We studied the maps placed on the table and considered Theodred's plan. This is indeed a daring move, and the prince expected to renew Saruman's caution. By nightfall, who knows what the situation may be. It could be that the night will bring with it renewed hope for Rohan. There are other possibilities as well. They are darker and more grim.
Night fell on the 25th of February, as my prince prepared for one last journey. A journey to lands we know not.
You are Kippen? Grimbold spoke to me of you. He says you fought bravely today. Elfhelm looks across the waters of the Isen into the distance. Many men fought bravely today. For many a man, this was his last battle. I rode hard from Helm's Deep once Saruman's forces were spotted. Would that we got here sooner. Grimbold is with the prince. You should go to him. Kippen. Prince Theodred wounds are grievous, Kippen. He does not have much time left. I have given him a bedroll to try to make him as comfortable as I can, but... He shakes his head, a haunted look in his eyes. I am a veteran of many wars, Kippen, and I have seen death in all its forms. But to see Theoden's king's heir like this, more than my prince will die tonight. I fear Rohan dies with him. Grimbold, my old friend, my prince, I am here. Is the forward? Is it? We still hold the fort, my prince. The Uruks have retreated to Isengard. Good. We need to keep... We will hold the fort. Saruman cannot break us, Prince Theodred. Elfhelm, I thought I saw your shield. You did, my prince. I rode down the great orc that gave you that wound. His courage deserted him as I planted my spear in his back. Courage. Kinston, where is... You need your rest, my prince. We will speak of Kinston another time. Grimbold, I'm not a child. Kinston fell defending you from the orcs, my prince. He was very brave. Kippen. I want you to know, Theodred coughs weakly. He's clearly near the end of his strength. My father cannot stand alone. He closes his eyes for a moment, but keeps speaking. My father, the king. He needs allies if Rohan is to survive. We will stand by him. He will have them. All of us will aid Theoden king. Aye, we are sworn to the king. You will be with him, my prince. We will bring you to Edoras. No. Leave me here. I will keep the ford. Eomer. Prince Theoden is dead. We will bury him here, as was his wish, alongside his men. They will not return to Rohan, but will keep the fort alongside the prince until the end of his days. I am ready for this day to be done, Kippen. I know it is the same with you. So, that obviously took a very dark turn. The Prince of Rohan, Theodred, son of Theoden, is dead.
We have lost much this day, but we cannot despair. We must not.
This was no accident, Kippen. Saruman sought to slay our prince, and he succeeded. With that accomplished, he is content to have his forces retreated. This is a hollow victory. We hold the ford, but the loss of Theodred is too much for Rohan to bear. We have lost much this day, but we cannot despair. We must not. We must hold this crossing or die. Saruman accomplished what he wished this day, but there will come another day, and when it does, he will seek to cross Isen and move into Rohan. My men and I will stand against him, and if you will stand with us, we may stand the longer. These dark days grow darker still. Rest now while you can, Kippen. Alright. Scouting the way. I don't know what happened to that quest. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, still need to have that quest in there.
It has been a long day. We could all use a rest.
We have held the fort, but have lost Prince Theodred, and that weighs heavily upon my mind. I fear that the doom of Rohan is near. My men are tired, weary, in body and mind, and we cannot stop it. Go south of here to the milestone located in this camp. You'll find a bedroll you can use there. Take your rest while you can. You may not have another opportunity for a while, and we will need you to be ready. Bedroll is uncomfortable, and you can feel every jutting stone of the hard ground through it. Even so, you are exhausted by the events of the day that you fall into a troubled sleep.
You should get what rest you can, my friend, and try not to dwell upon the horrors of the battle. Perhaps things will seem less grim by the light of day.
So it looks like I am in a dream. Nothing moves within Grimbold's camp. You know Theodred did not die at this place, but the sight of the fallen prince still fills you with regret and worry for the future of his kingdom. The dream holds you in its grip and refuses to let go. I think you might be asleep, Kippen. Kenneth the ranger stands before you, an eyebrow raised in amusement. Kenneth looks around at the corpse-strewn camp. Your journey must have been an arduous one, Kippen, if this is the tapestry of your dreaming. May you find restful sleep at the end of your road, my friend, for I fear you will have little of that for a while. Walk with me a ways, Kippen. There are some things we need to discuss. Death is all around you. I felt it on the Forsaken Road, and I feel it here. But you must not abandon hope, Kippen. Even the darkest night is followed by the dawn. All of us have left someone behind. That is why we brave the darkness. We fight so that they may see the dawn. Do not lose sight of who you are, my friend, and do not despair. I would give my life 1,000 times to be even the smallest help to Aragorn, my chieftain. That is what it means to be one of the Dunedain. It was no different for these men of Rohan or for their prince. They strove to protect their people and would do so again given the opportunity. Weep for the need of it, but do not mourn their choice. I know they must be content. Someone comes. Let us meet him at the gate, and keep him further from disturbing your rest. Hurry this way. He is close. He's your foe to face, Kippen. I will not be able to help you stand against him, and you will be on your own. Let the knowledge that you have already proven the stronger lighten your heart and bring you courage. It's Morflock, and he's giant. Kippen. You will never escape me. My hatred lives on. Steady, Kippen. His weapon is fear. Do not be afraid. You cannot hope to defeat me. You will never escape. Now I'm in Evendim. It's been a very long time since I've been here. Your dreaming mind roams far afield, Kippen. Asleep, you're much like a ranger. I hope you do not mind me saying so. Candace chuckles, but the pleasant familiarity of the sound rings hollowly in the air of the dream, and soon is gone. Our friends have their own road now, Kippen. May they reach Aragorn in time to be of use to him. It is my hope that the most dangerous leg of their journey is behind them, but I fear it is not so. How much hardship will our friends face before the end? So much has been lost already. He lost a daughter and almost lost himself, Golodir. Grenadier stands before you tall and proud, but his eyes burn with fire and his lips twisted into a sneer. I will not rest until he dies. Mordorith. No, that's not right. Lou Brennan. You must die. This way, Kippen. Grenadier has passed beyond your help. Others of our friends dwell in your thoughts, Kippen. Lothrandir. Lothrandir stands before you, struggling against his bonds, but his eyes show no sign of despair. Defiance shines from those wells of blue, and his mouth is a resolute line. Lothrandir resists. That is all he knows, and he will never submit to his captors. I fear he does not know any better. The only one who can save Lothrandir now is Lothrandir. Kalinglad? Kalinglad stares out at the lake, his eyes glassy. He takes no notice of you. Gwyndith. Gwyndith, are you there? I should not have left you, Gwyndith. But your duty. It was a mistake. I am not strong enough for this duty. Kendeth, Bragar, so many of my friends. I failed them. But I will not fail you, my love. No, I forbid it. Stop. Kalinglad. So we are at the Great River. This is interesting because we're not supposed to be here yet. It's going to be the site of a future season, but I guess you get a little sneak peek. Your thoughts turn to your friends, but remember you are held in the grip of your dreams. Nothing you have seen here is real, Kippen. I'm sure our friends will be fine. Kendeth does not sound as certain as you might wish, and you cannot help but wonder if that is proof of your own worrying doubt or something more. What is this place, Kippen? That river could be the Anduin, but have you ever seen this place? I wonder what has called it to your memory. Someone else is here, Kippen. Time has come for me to leave you again. Good night, my friend. It is the company at the banks of the Great River. Legolas, Aragorn, Gimli, Pippin, Merry, Boromir, Sam, and Frodo. What is it, Mr. Frodo? You do not look well, and have not since we came back to the shore. That shape won't be coming back, I wager. Legolas saw to that with his arrows, he did, and a good thing it was, too. You clutched your shoulder when it appeared. You look like to be in a great deal of pain. Are you sure you're feeling all right? I'm worried about you, Mr. Frodo. I am fine, Sam. I felt a chill in my heart, and the pain my shoulder reminded me of, well, it is gone now. Nothing more than a passing memory. I think we will all be fine for a while. The orcs that attacked from the other shore were dismayed by the fall of whatever that shadow may have been. And yet, every paddle stroke on the river brings us further south. And as does my heart sink southward still. Tonight the bow of Legolas saved us, but for how long will our fortune hold? I'm sorry, Sam, I don't want to worry. I will be fine, Sam. Whatever that creature was, it is gone now. How are you feeling, Pip? When that winged shadow came out from behind the cloud, I thought we were done for. I was wrong, though. Thank goodness for the quick wits and the quicker bowstrings of the elves. I don't want to think much about that dark shape, at least not tonight. Maybe the memory will be less frightening in the daylight tomorrow. Gimli says that the shape we saw in the sky was a Balrog. You don't think it was, do you, Mary? I didn't get a good look at it, but that's what Gimli said, a Balrog, he said. You don't think it was, do you? It was a good shot, Legolas, I will give you that. But up close, nothing at best an axe in the hand of one of Durin's folk. If that winged shadow had come just a hair lower, I would have proven it, and you would have saved an arrow. Your gift has proved useful, I grant you that. But when I make use of the Lady Galadriel's gift to me, you will see a thing of wonder and beauty. Our journey leads us from danger into greater danger. We have lost Gandalf, to be pursued by orcs from behind and to paddle into them ahead. What awaits us further down the river? And Gollum is still behind us. If you were not so cunning, perhaps I could catch him with an arrow, but it seems he has learned something about staying alive. In your hands, the bow of Galadriel is deadly indeed, Legolas. The entire company is in your debt. Did you mark how the shadows fall dismay the orcs on the far shore? I feel that they will not attack us again tonight. My guess is that our clever watermen set them on us. We have evaded his tricks thus far. May our fortune hold. Boromir stands apart from the rest of the group, staring across the water to the far bank. But every now and then, his eyes drift in the direction of the hobbits. Aragorn. I will take the first watch. The little folk need their rest. They have been through much tonight. No, Boromir, we cannot stop tonight. It is too dangerous to stay here. The orcs have retreated for now, but we are still being watched. Your friends are gone, but something else has come. They were here, yes, Precious. Sneaking and creeping, Precious. Floating and hiding, no splishing and splashing like the fishes. Gollum, Gollum. The creature Gollum stares past you with his eyes like lamps, but even in the grip of the dream, you feel a chill at the thought that you might be seen. Are you a nice fishy? Tasty? We need to keep up our strength, Gollum, Gollum. We can't take the Precious if our hands are too weak to wrap and squeeze. We needs our strength. Tasty fishy, eat, and then we follows the Precious. Gollum, Gollum. Rushgore, I have no idea where I am, but we've never been here before, I wager. There's a mysterious sword. You touch the sword. Vivid color returns to the world. You are all alone. Kenneth is gone. Your friends are gone. You hear someone stumbling through the reeds. Kippen, where are you? I cannot see you. Kippen, where are you? Says Nona. Who's that? What is that? Something is coming. The darkness is all around you. It flies with winged speed to endanger our secret purpose. Kippen, you must come to Lothlorien. It is Galadriel. Come to Lothlorien and bring the ghost. So cold. As you stare at Nona's lifeless body lying amongst the mist and the reeds, you feel the waking world beginning to rip away the veil of sleep from your eyes.
The veil of sleep passes from your eyes, but the memory of what you have seen remains. The meaning of these troubled dreams, however, remains hidden to you.
So lots of mystery, lots of foreshadowing. Quite an interesting dream sequence there. Let me tell Grimbold all about it.
You had a bad dream. Such things are to be expected after a battle.
Grimbold's expression becomes darker and more concerned as you tell him of what you remember of the troubling dream. This is not merely a bad dream, Kippen. This is elf magic of the worst sort. You have dallied with strange people and mysterious forces, and are now caught in their net. If you were not so valuable in a fight, I would command you to leave and never return. You could not leave my sight quickly enough.
This dream of yours is an omen of dangerous times ahead.
I will not force you to leave, my friend. You have been too valuable an ally, but heed this warning. Elf magic or not, this dream of yours is an omen of dangerous times ahead. It must steer your steps, but whether it steers them for good or ill I cannot say. This I know, however, it is not your fate to stand with us again. Can you understand any of what you saw within the fog of your sleep? You tell Grimbold that you do not know someone from the... that you do know someone from the dream. The dream seemed to refer. The girl Nona, who called herself Wadu's ghost, for a time and swore vengeance on the Dunlendings in the pay of Saruman. You must begin finding this girl then. If she sought to slay the Dunlendings, she is certain to be somewhere within the Gap of Rohan. They gather in Wolf's Cleft, and the Gap teems with them. Go to Wilfrith in Forthbron, to the west, and see if he has any sign of this girl. Alright, very interesting. Didn't mean to get off my horse there. Okay, my inventory is nearly full. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of selling here pretty soon. Let me see if I can turn in some tasks though. The task board is right here. I'm just gonna accept these all and I'll decline the ones I can't turn in. So these are all in Forthbron. I'll just ride over there, no problem.
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
Most of the season so far has been the epic storyline, as I'm sure you guys have noticed. Alright, let me turn some of these in.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Alright, and before I turn more in, let me go ahead and reforge.
Welcome, my friend.
These are all 30, it looks like.
Your aid is welcome, friend. Welcome and well met, my friend.
Let me go ahead and do another 3 of these. Might not be able to. Just want to get to my 7 task limit for the day.
Welcome, my friend. Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim. Your aid is welcome, friend. Greetings,
there we go.
Friend of the Rohirrim.
Task limit reached. Perfect. And then let me reorganize some of these quests. Let me cancel these, which I could not do. Alright. Put these back on my tracker. That one too. And I think we're good to go. Let me talk with somebody here.
Some of my men who fought at the ford spoke highly of you.
Wilfrith listens as you describe Nona and her determination to slay Dunlendings in the service of Saruman. One Dunlending seems much the same as any other to me, Kippen, but I have not seen any of them fighting amongst themselves. There was one thing, though. Not 2 hours ago, I heard the clash of sword on sword coming from the Warg Warrens of Athdar. To the west. Perhaps your Dunlending ally was stirred up in trouble from the heights. While you are up there, you should slay some wargs yourself. Alright, so let me take a look at the map. Alright, there's a lot of stuff to be done. And we will begin doing some of those quests, but we'll do so in the next episode. So thanks for watching this one, and I will see you next time.